Able. Thought everything all hunky-dory set up. I guess it didn't. I think we're good. Don't mind me just making my chesticles jiggle. Get that a little higher. Little. Okay, I don't think that goes any lower. Maybe we went a little too high. There seems about level. Hopefully. Can I scoot over? Yeah. Sweet. Alright, I just gotta wait for some other people to get in here. But anyways, for you people that watch this later, if anybody actually watches these later, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. And we're gonna be unboxing some stuff today. Fun stuff. Just picked it up. Went shopped at the local Target. Found some cool items. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Nobody's commenting yet. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why I've been getting sick like all the time lately. It sucks. I'm gonna try not to sniffle as much as possible. Yesterday was a little worse. Today's not bad. Yesterday it was just like the energy was like drained out of me. It was like full blown cold. Today it's just like my throat's a little my nose is runny, my head's a little fuzzy, but we're at least somewhat motivated today, so it isn't too bad. But anyways, just a couple of updates before we, cough season. That has been a best thing ever. Especially when I go to work and there's quite a few. I don't want to make, because I wanted to say germaphobes, and that makes it sound mean. Especially like COVID and everything, kind of made people a little bit more hesitant to be around germs. I'm not one of those people, but to each their own. But it makes you like, for me, it makes me more like conscious about that though. Hey, Edward. But anyways, for some channel updates, fun thing is, hopefully I won't be using the phone nearly as much anymore with live streams. Tomorrow I might do a live stream, just because we got a new puppy, and I really want to show you guys the new puppy. But I've been sick. I haven't really had a good opportunity. My upstairs has been a mess. And it's just going to be one of those, like, we're just going to stream upstairs, and maybe I'll show you guys. We haven't shown the Godzilla stuff off in a while upstairs. I get asked that a ton during these live streams. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Good. Check out the new dog and show off some random Godzilla figures. But anyways, talking about the phone is because I had to order a new laptop. And when I ordered the new laptop, we got a new puppy. Her name's Ripley. She is a Border Collie English Shepherd Terrier mix. So she's a bit of a mutt. But she's super cute. She was also the run of the litter. We actually had pretty good, we were like third pick of the litter, but she was the one that was the most receptive to Casey and was like, I want to play with the babies. Her and her other sister were, but I thought she was more so, and I kind of liked her coloring better. So we ended up going with the runt. But she's actually grown pretty quick too. We've had her for a few days now. She's already noticeably a little bigger. That'll be interesting. It's also the first non-brachycephalic dog I've had. Thanks, PW. I've had this shirt for a while. I think there's a hole in it somewhere. If I'm going to be honest, this is like my random shirt that I wear underneath my work attire. So in case I get too hot, I just take it off and don't care if it gets sweaty or messed up. Dinosaur figures? Sadly, no. The basement's still a bit of a mess. That's its whole other thing. Because where my vintage video games is also where all the dinosaur stuff is, and it's also my wife's collection. So I've been trying to get her to clean the stuff up. Hasn't worked out. But with puppy babies, to be expected. But I had to order a new laptop. I got a new... first time actually trying one of these. I got a webcam that's supposed to be pretty solid. It's supposed to do 4K and 60 frames a second. We'll see. But I've watched other people film with it, and it seemed okay. Which is... So hopefully doing these live streams, I'll be able to use that for doing the sort of how-tos. Because I want to set up sections. So, because before it was like I would have to bring the laptop where I want to do streaming and then set everything up. And I want to just kind of have things set up in sections. So I just have to hook up the laptop and we can start streaming. So that's the plan. So that's why I got the camera. So the camera can be dedicated to there. Might still do the phones when I'm doing unboxing things. Just because this orientation, YouTube seems to be a bit more friendly about sharing. Oh yeah, the designs. Yeah, it definitely harkens back to like you mentioned, like the bed cushions. I used to have like the big comforter blanket was super dope. Hey, minus Goji. But the one reason I had to get a new laptop is because my daughter decided that my old laptop, which is as you can see here, uh, she decided it didn't need to live anymore. As you can see, her fingerprints are all over it, and yeah. So it turns on. I can still use it at the moment, but it won't hold a charge anymore. So we're gonna be putting that out the pasture once I can get some of the information off of it. Oh yeah, Power Rangers dope. Power Rangers is my jam. Pretty much like I said, it's like any giant monster thing I am down with. So we got Power Rangers. For some of you newer people, there's even got Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, or you might know as Gridman if you know the Japanese one. Trying to remember, they got moved, and I don't know where. Where did I put those things? Oh, down here. They're behind my legs. But there's even like VR Trooper hanging out down there. I actually have most of the set for the VR Troopers. I kind of fell into those. Trying to sit the camera back down. Favorite Power Ranger show? Honestly, it's probably still Mighty Morphin. It's the one. It's easily the one I'm most familiar with. I liked In Space though. In Space, the Sweet Dino Thunder was cool. Yeah, we are VR. The one I wish I had more of is Big Bad Beetleborgs. I have a couple of things, and then I have the set of the SH figure arts B fighters that were from Big Bad Beetleborgs. So that's like my fancy set, as I have them. But I always thought the outfits were really sweet. Even VR Trooper. Problem is VR Trooper. It's so hard to find like really good figures because each of the outfits are like from like various shows. Yeah, it's amusing. Favorite Zord. Ooh, that's a tough one. Honestly, it's kind of weird. But I always dug toward the Shuttle Zord. It's like also one of the only ones that I have like the original vintage toy of, or still have anyways. Growing up, I didn't really get to have a lot of the action figures because my mom wouldn't really buy a lot of them for me. She would buy the monsters to go with the Godzillas, and I would have some of the Zords. But the actual Rangers and stuff didn't really buy me. So I didn't get those till like much later. I started collecting the actual Ranger ones, and I started buying some of the vintage ones too. But I'll be honest, didn't really have that much nostalgia for those figures, so I ended up selling a lot of them. But I still have. You'll see like Tor up here, Serpentera is hanging out there, mainly because you just can't get them in other various forms. Um, but I do have like the legacy Zords and stuff are like my go-tos. I used to have all the Bandai ones. I boxed them up because I was actually I sold those. Never mind, they're not even here anymore. But I have like all the Lightning collections, even though they killed that thing. Oh, the next mutation. It's I have Venus. It's the only one I've been able to get a hold of. I have a Venus in the package. I've been wanting to get them loose. Is what I would prefer because I had those growing up because turtles. And they don't make any other versions of them, so I wouldn't mind having original of those. Slowly begin the actual turtles, but I mainly had the movie ones growing up. So all my movie ones are pretty much reproductions except for the third movie. Favorite villain, Lord Zed. Definitely my favorite. He's the one I'm still like. If I can finish losing weight, I want to cosplay as Lord Zed. So we got the helmet, and I'll have to make the body outfit. Yeah, I know some of the bros can get kind of pricey. Venus, I kind of got lucky. It's not the best package, but it's solid, and she's still in it. And it's not yellowing, which is probably the most important thing. Favorite Ranger? And you guys are throwing all the tough questions at me now. Um, I think it's a lot of everybody, but it's Tommy. Like I always really like the especially the White Ranger. I think the White Ranger is probably my favorite look of the Power Rangers. Uh yeah, I'd have to say it's like my safe go-to answer. Actually, the worst. I have this problem with some of the figures, especially the movie Playmates collector's figures, because for some odd reason the plastic on them. That's a good answer, Jaden from Samurai. I've watched Samurai. Some of the newer ones, I'm definitely hit and miss on a lot of the Power Ranger shows. Um, Actually, I think my favorite designs, and I've never really took the time to watch it. I really love the way the Mystic Force ones look, but I haven't seen it. But I always thought, like, especially in like action figure like Lightning collection form, those would be sick. I actually really like the comic ones here. The Omega Rangers. I always thought they were pretty sweet. It's kind of like a hybrid, like Ninja Ranger, White Ranger looking outfit. I always thought was pretty sweet. Leo from Lost Galaxy. On As Park guy all day. Yep, yep. But anyways, you guys are here for some. Well, we definitely hard transition into the Power Rangers, but I did manage to pick up some Godzilla figures today. Wasn't really planning on it. Funny enough, too, we have another Drowned Viper because my game plan is still to make as big of a Drowned Viper as I can do. So we got another one today. So I might have extra heads. I might make and sell on the Etsy. I might make some severed heads because I'm gonna have some extra limbs hanging around if anyone's interested. But I did find the Real Godzilla, and probably my least favorite thing I've ever seen. I gotta get the receipt out of the package, but we also got the Real Feel Kong, which I'll be honest, my wife was correcting me because I always thought this fake fur that they called it was fox. I guess it's faux, is how you pronounce it. Ferris Bueller. Don't be upset about that. And we're one of the weird channels where I love the 98 Godzilla movie. In terms of Godzilla movies, it's the one I probably rewatch more than most of the older Godzilla movies. I always really like that one. I don't really quite get why people hate it. Well, sorry, I get why people hate it, but me growing up in the 90s, like I just have a really big nostalgia bomb for a lot of those like late 90s like sci-fi action movies, like especially like Independence Day, Lost in Space that came out back then. Like those are all my jam. Thoughts on AVP Alien versus Predator? I liked the first one. I thought it was a pretty solid movie, but it could have used a bit more violence and a bit more focus on the Alien and Predator aspect. But I like the world building that it did. I just think honestly, more of my problem has probably come from the fact that it's like a P.W. Anderson movie than anything. Because it's very stylized, and that's it felt more like a video game movie than an Alien and Predator movie, which is kind of what the guy was mainly known for. Requiem. I don't hate the movie. It's not good, but it's one of those movies that I think is best watched as like the people that do like the compilations of like all the Alien and Predator scenes from the movie and blah blah blah. If you just watch those, fan freaking tastic, some of the best looking Alien and Predator stuff you can see. Problem is, the movie's too damn dark, and the humans acting and everything is just abysmal. So it gets dragged down quite a bit. But the Alien Predator stuff's sweet still. So you got that at least. Yeah, we got the Carnotaurus. We never actually opened that one. My wife's been collecting all like the like revamped legacy ones. They also had the T-Rex that came out not too long ago. We have that one too. But those are really sweet. We have the original Demon Carnotaurus figure too. But I guess we'll get to cracking because we also had hanging out from the previous live stream we never opened up, but we have the the anime Gridman. This is the Universe Fighter version, which I still actually have to catch up back up on that one. And we also had Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. I picked up 2. Oh yeah, this thing. It's actually my second one I have. Because I saved one from a Goodwill a while back, and then a buddy of mine who's also in the Discord. Oops. For some odd reason, I always feel like I mute my phone, and then it still makes sounds. But I saved one of those from there, and then it was missing the. I didn't have the back piece for it. And I was missing this part too. And then a buddy of mine was like, well, I have the helmet fully complete, but I still have to fix the scuff on it. One of these days, I plan on sitting down and cleaning this thing up really well. Just haven't got around to it, but I thought it was really cool. So it gets to hang out here. I always really love the old kids' toy helmets, so I got quite a few of those hanging out. We even have some of the Star Wars, the super cartoony, giant Star Wars ones. Yeah, we've been trying to get back to doing the little skits when I do the full reviews. I'm trying to be best about doing them each, which has also been a problem with the laptop. It didn't have the best. I think I have 8 megabytes memory, and every time we upgrade, it has a harder and harder time editing. So now that I can record things in 4K, it's kill me whenever I'm trying to edit things. And I've been dealing with it, but now that my daughter decided to attempt to murder the laptop, now we're going to get a better one. So it's got 32 megabytes of memory. It's got really good processor. I shouldn't have any problems for a long time. So plan on doing more skits. So because I'll be able to actually chop up more videos at one time without having to worry about the laptop frying in the process. Because I also been really wanting to get back to doing some of the Stevie Toy Rooms. I had some ideas and still have some ideas. Because I got one staring at me right now that I got in the package. Yeah, Tempter Burger. Like I said, it still works. It's just not pretty. Favorite type of xenomorph? This is one big Q&A video now, isn't it? Favorite type of xenomorph? I always if you ever played the Colonial Marines game, the Spitter Alien, it's my favorite one. I always love the design. I like the design of that. It reminds me a lot of the Kenner Aliens, but they made it cool. That's the only Square Enix figure that I ever bought was that one, but I also got a really good deal on it. It's also the only one currently wearing a Disney princess outfit. Because I put it on for a skit and then it just kind of never came off. She hangs out on my the corner here is where all the alien stuff is, and you'll even see there's an inbox Pred alien. Because that funny enough, that Pred alien is from Japan. Because I got a really good deal on it from an import site. So it's cheaper for me to buy it off the import site and ship it to my house than trying to buy it off eBay. But we got the Disney Princess Spitter Alien. Yeah, I'll show you, dude. Oh god, I shouldn't do that while I'm sick. That's really hard to do nowadays. Oh yeah, real feel scar. I'd buy it. Like I said, I despise the feel of the foul fur, but kind of had to get it. We never had it yet. But all right, we're gonna get cracking. We'll start with the Godzillas. We're gonna do the Godzillas, and then we're gonna rip apart the Drown Viper. We'll do that real quick on stream too. Because we're probably just going to stream until my wife gets ready to go to work. Because then I will have to watch the child. / put the child to bed. Yeah, why do you need a refill, Scar King, when you have this right here? I'm probably almost as fuzzy as he was. So on a fun note, if you guys haven't seen this one yet, because I was kind of wondering what they meant by real feel, because we have the rubber suit Godzilla, which I would think Well, if you donate enough on our Patreon, you too can feel no. But they did the rubber suit Godzilla, and I was like, well, that's kind of like how you do the real feel. Randy Orton fart noises. Every time you open the box, it's like I hear voices in my head. So I was kind of figuring it was going to be something like that, but honestly, what they did is it's just rubber. Like he's just like the soft, like rubber plastic all the way through, which I almost kind of dig. It makes him feel more expensive. It's hard to smell because my nose is plugged. I'm trying to think. It does have a particular smell, and I can't put my finger on it. Actually, you know what? It kind of has that smell. Like if you've ever been in a car and you get like that burnt oil kind of smell, it's kind of got that going on with it. That being well, that the thing that bugs me the most about this is for some odd reason they use a different quality. So it's got the like the hard rubber art going on here, and yet it still has the mute detailing on the body. Like nothing changed here, which I thought that was mainly just because of the hard plastic is the reason why maybe it lost a lot of the detailing, but the limbs detailing still not that bad. Body horrendous. I don't understand. Actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, it did actually remind me of the Son of Godzilla suit when I first saw it. I was like, oh sweet, they're making it cheap. And I was like, oh, never mind, it's 71. Yeah, for some reason, like the top of the head seems kind of elongated like that. I can see Godzilla smelling like burnt oil. It wouldn't surprise me. What's kind of cool is it makes him a bit flexible. And he also has like a little bit of a tummy paint job on him. Yeah, even the body, it's like a you can kind of hopefully you can see it. But I can even flex the body a bit. Like especially the limbs here, you can see it like expands. It's not like soft rubber. It's it's kind of like if you ever had a NECA Godzilla toy where they have like the rubber the bendy tail. It's like that, but like throughout the entire body. That's kind of what it feels like. It it sort of feels like a lizard. It's been a long time since I touched lizards. Lizards are usually a little bit harder feeling because of the scales. He just feels like I'm messing around with a piece of rubber. Like oh god, I wish I still had them. But we had those bootleg like Xenomorph Godzilla and the Predator Con. It's like the exact same material as that thing. Which one would I get along with the most? Probably Billy. I feel like me and Billy could roll. Usually, most of the nerdy people. It's kind of what I hung out with the most in school, anyways. We would probably jam pretty well. Feel like a lizard by a yeah, you're probably not wrong. To be fair, Ugh. Honestly, probably the best Godzilla. Well, at least legendary Godzilla figure they put out. I actually don't hate this. I like the spines. I wish again they would translate this translucent to the lower ones, so you wouldn't have like the hard transition into coloring that doesn't match the body. But what you gonna do for like $10 figures? Now, on a sad note, Colin's actually less posable now. It's not. It's truly not. Oh, what do I just do with the nippers? Oh, set the box on top of the nippers. That's what happened. So, if you plan on buying this con, just be aware that it's not going to be nearly as posable as the other cons. So it's kind of already losing a bit for me. Even before I put my hands on this thing, and I already know I'm not going to like the way it feels. I haven't touched it yet. Even after buying this thing, I haven't touched it yet. I want to give you guys the full experience of getting the first feel of your giant gorilla con thing. I don't know why. It's just like growing up, I've had such an aversion to this texture. Oh, why does he have a cut there? Is he bendable there? No. Why is there a cut? Why does the gears have... Okay, so what? Why does the gear, like the band strap here, have fur on it? All the bands have fur on it. Why? Why, God, why? He's also got like this weird cut here on the arm. But oddly enough, doesn't have it on the other arm, it seems. I like how it's just all covered in... Oh, you can see here. Like that is all fluff all the time. It is kind of like he's wearing a sweater. Like, how'd they lose detailing? Like, his face looks so much worse. You know what? This actually reminds me of... God, we still have to try to beat the game, but I have to replay it to beat it because it broke on me. But that Kong Skull Island game for the Xbox, this almost reminds me of that thing. It's on his right arm. I don't know how it goes for you guys, but this is technically the right arm. It might be mirrored for you guys. Oh, God, I just hate this texturing though. And I think the worst thing is it still doesn't really feel that fuzzy. It's odd. It's odd for sure. Like, it's an interesting gimmick. Honestly, like the detailing still kind of comes through decently on it. It looks like he got plastic surgery. Oh yeah. Oh, real film author. Oh, they both. Oh, who the hell made that figure? Is it Medicom? Is it Medicom that made the small Godzilla figures that I ended up repainting? There's a Mothra that they made fuzzy, and I hate the thing. But it came with the fairies and the box, so I still have it. But I hate touching it. It's not my fault. It's YouTube's fault. What do you want from me? Yeah, I was gonna say because I think if you look at the box, like if you look at the wording on here, it's backwards. It's just kind of the way it is for the camera. I don't know if there's a way I could fix it on here, to be honest. The only options they give me is to flip the camera around, which that wouldn't be mirrored. Oh, man. Starting to run out of saliva in my throat. But I have to touch it, otherwise you guys won't see it. I'm just letting you know I don't like the feel of it. He really feels wrong. That's how he feels. Okay, real quick, we're gonna, just so I don't forget, I need to hook this Drown Viper to other Drown Vipers. Funny thing is, I'm gonna get this video done and people are gonna complain about how many Drown Vipers I have sacrificed in order to make this progress, but people can't find a Drown Viper. It's not my fault. I've gotten the same Drown Viper at the same target. So they seem to get one like every couple of days. Vipers do hear voices. These ones I found at Target. So those ones at Target. It looks like the newest case, because it looked like a case just got put up that day. It has the Drown Viper, the one-eyed, and then the real field dudes. We're all in the same box. Okay, so if I remember right, this comes off. We don't need head or the top of the neck. And we don't use the bottom two pieces. I literally spent $10 so I can use these three pieces. And then we take you, which is the one with the modified teeth, because you'll see here the teeth are definitely smaller. Yeah, like I said, they're not the easiest to find because it's like I said, it's like one in a case. Most places only usually get like one or two. So I'll be honest, I have gotten lucky. But that being said, in my goal to get this done, I definitely am not providing a certain figure for a child. So now it's just you take the same three, connect them, make it double-headed. Well, to be honest, we could now. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to buy because currently I'm at 3. And I feel like 3's probably good enough. If I do see one more, there's a possibility, but we'll see how long this is when I'm done. And take these two, connect these together. Yeah, that's what I was planning. I was going to make some of the severed heads, like when he was, munching on them. That's the game plan. So the 2 extras here, I'll probably be doing that with. I don't know if I'm going to modify the teeth in order to do that. It'll probably be, I'll remove the heads and make some guts out of resin or something. That's the plan there. So now Drown Viper is this long. Granted, I got a little bit of work to do to make the fins kind of match a little bit more. But I feel like we're getting to a pretty respectable size next to a Haya. Because here's like the Playmates Kong. Here's newly modified Drown Viper. Dude, how many times can we wrap it? Yeah, we got like 2 solid wraps now. 2 solid wraps and it can still kind of go up. Works pretty good. I still got to mess around with the teeth a little bit more. I'm debating on the work that I already did with these teeth. I might... Thinking about redoing them again. Not 100% yet. You know what else is massive? You know what else isn't massive? That seems like a pretty good length. So more than likely, I might just call this good here. Maybe one more Drown Viper. It's definitely cuter than everybody else's Drown Viper. We'll just say that. Oh, Tiamat? I could, it probably could. I don't know how much more you can really extend it. It should be longer though. I haven't seen, like, Tiamat's actually the one I haven't seen any other ones, to be fair. It was just the one I did for the video. Yeah, I'd have to grab it. It's currently hanging upstairs, so yeah. I would assume it probably doesn't. In my brain, I'm thinking it probably wouldn't work really well. Because like the Drown Viper, only 3 of the sections are possible enough to extend. Out of 6. So it's pretty much like you're spending $10 to use like half the figure. So this is like $30 worth of Drown Viper. Like I said, I like the skull, like the detailing on it's really nice. Outside of the teeth. How many Pacific Rim figures do I have? Good question. Oh, this is what I have, all the Jaegers. It's like one of each. I also have all the Jaegers from, well, almost all the Jaegers from Uprising. I don't have a version of the, whatever you call the Jaeger that was corrupted by the kaijus. Like the drone versions. I don't have anything of that. They didn't. Nobody really made. Then there's a few like nobody really made versions of, like Saturn or the Mega Kaiju. I think Saturn had a statue, but it's been out of my price range. Also, another fun one. I forgot we haven't done a single video on yet. And it's been hanging out here for at least like a good month. Is I did get an Odo Island 2023. Ooh, sorry. It is the Steve. Because I was actually thinking about converting this into an action figure. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but there is a solid possibility that is going to be a thing sometime or other. I'll be honest, this would be easier to do than the Zilla that we did a while back. Oh, you know what? I never noticed there's like little scars on his tail. See kind of right there? It's got like little cuts. Feel like a pretty comparison. Oh man, I almost picked those up a long time ago. Because I think there was an FYE around us that had the Striker Eureka in the Cherno. And I was hesitant for a while, and then I guess they went on clearance at some point, and somebody bought them, and I didn't get them. I missed them at that point. I just never really got around to it. I really want. There's a new company making. I think it's 18 inches. They make it a Crimson Typhoon. The Gypsy went up for pre-order too, but he actually has like working piston fist in LEDs. And he's like 300. I think he's like a little over $300, but it seems like a really good deal for the thing because it's pretty much like a Hot Toys version of Cherno Alpha. So I've been debating on getting that one. It's pretty sweet. I haven't really liking these ones though. These guys are still hanging out on the floor down here, which is the Ling Ji-hoon Pacific Rim figures. They're about NECA size, but these things have been pretty freaking sweet. Does the magnet turn you on? I wonder if it's dead. Oh no, just the magnet doesn't turn on. But it actually has light up features. Yeah, it's a little over $300, but it's a huge figure. Like what you get for the cost, it seems pretty darn reasonable. Problem is, I don't know where I'd put it. These guys are about the right size for me to add things to. And my favorite Jaeger's Gypsy Danger. And my favorite Kaiju's Knifehead. At least from Pacific Rim. I have 18-inch versions of both of those, so I don't really feel like I need another one. I would think they would make an Odo Island figure for the Monster Arts question. I'm surprised they haven't showed it off yet, though. That's the only thing that's kind of got me hesitant that it might not be a thing. They still got some time, though, to announce that. But if I remember right with the Shin Godzillas, they all came out pretty quickly in quick succession of getting announced with Kamigawa and Shinagawa. Plus the Awakened version. Oh yeah, the 18-inch knife head isn't a good figure. Mine, like you mentioned with the engineering destroying itself, the feet cracked just standing on the shelf. Just because of the weight. So the thing I did was after the one foot broke, I just purposefully broke both the feet. And then when it broke around the ball joint socket. So it still worked. Like functionally, the socket was still a thing. So I just reinforced it with epoxy putty and put it back together and then just painted it black. It's pretty simple stuff to do. And now it'll never ever come apart again. Plus it was like the tail like to fall off on it a lot. I don't even know if the light still works on it anymore. I'd have to check that out. Because both of them actually have problems. Because the Gypsy has a hard time standing up by itself because the ratchets in his knees were pretty weak. So it's a bit on the sketchy side. Hey, W Gamer. I'd be honest, they probably would be both fairly well in scale. Thankfully, I haven't had issues with the arms. A lot of the older 18-inch NECAs were kind of hit and miss because I have a Xenomorph that's had its fair share of problems over the years. It's kind of held together by an assortment of wires. Hey, Landon? Yeah, dude, okay. Not the best today. Still feeling a bit under the weather. Oh, what are we going to get around to? We still have two more things, right? Two more things in the box. I still haven't messed around with the Sally yet. I guess we'll do that real quick. Ugh. Like I mentioned, doing better than yesterday. Yesterday, I was just like, ugh. I was like, I know I should have streamed yesterday. Kind of glad I didn't now that I found the Playmates, because now I'd just be doing the Playmates. I wanted to do a stream with the puppy. Well, hope you enjoy it. Sonic 3 was sweet. I haven't checked it out. Me and my wife saw it a few weeks ago now. Probably should have done a movie review. We kind of got to get back to doing those too. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog was sweet. Yep, we got it, puppies. Her name's Ripley. It's the first girl dog I've had. Hopefully you enjoyed your Drowned Viper. Not too bad. Feels kind of weird. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because of her clothing and whatnot. It's very flexible. Like the stitching though. She also, I don't know if it's just maybe she has a really low cut. Hair looks nice though. Maybe have like a little bit sharper detailing on the hair strands. Better in the outfit and the face look really nice though. Yeah, it's the one with the updated packaging. The new Ultimates. I've been debating on putting them back in the box and calling it a day, which I might do for now until I can because I want to make a little diorama and display them with it. So until I get that done, I might just have them hang out in the boxes. Yeah, well, I'll definitely get Casey. Well, I'll get both of them. It sucks that Granny April's like $50 though. I wish it was a little cheaper. I understand where they're coming from, but still. It's like what Casey's like 10 extra. Casey's what 20 extra bucks. We get a giant motorbike with it. Oh, the Drowned Viper. Yeah, because that's the Monsterverse packaging. That's a new thing. Gotcha. But yeah, I'll pick them up. I've been buying all the Last Ronin stuff that's unique anyways. So I'll definitely be getting that. Technically, and then Casey being pseudo-named after Casey Marie. I'll be grabbing that for sure. I'm tempted to grab two, just keep one in the box. Mainly because of her. Hey, to be fair, the NECA Friday the 13th figures are fantastic. I really wish they would have finished those. Because I would have liked a Jason Takes Manhattan figure. We still need one of those. I still need a proper Jason X figure, both versions. We need Uber Jason and the first version. Would have been super sweet. I needed those. So I'm stuck having the McFarlane Uber Jason, which is fine. But not nearly what I really want, though. Actually, we were looking for stuff to go with your 2005 King Kong. Was it Namu? Namu's making the V-Rex figure that scales really well with it. I have it on pre-order. Looks sweet. I don't think that Playmates is doing Ion Dragon. I haven't heard anything about it. But if you guys real quick just want to see the accessories she all comes with. I think she actually comes with the slotted spoon. Get some Deadly Nightshade. Only a couple of extra hands. I don't know. No. 3 extra faces. Also get the cats. Like I mentioned, we're probably gonna do reviews of them. I might just do them both at the same time. Because I feel like if you're buying Jack, you're probably wanting to buy Sally too. So kind of kill 2 videos with one. And finally, we'll wrap it up on Gridman, and then we'll probably call it a day. Hey, JX. Oh, Gypsy Danger versus King Ghidorah would be pretty sweet. Could you review your new dog? We probably could. Do it live. I'll admit, she's a bit more bitey than I would like. But then again, she's a puppy. It's kind of to be expected. Although, surprisingly, she's kind of getting sit down already. So, I'm already impressed by that. Their breed's supposed to be super intelligent, so we'll see. Like I said, she's a mutt. But because she's like Border Collie and English Shepherd, they're fairly intelligent animals. So we'll see if the Terrier kind of brings it down. But she's, like I said, she's already kind of getting sit. Oh, no, the leg's already not attached. Hopefully this isn't a normal thing. Cancer? Yeah, we got a few. My wife actually has the giant, the RV camper. Before I get off, I might be able to show you some stuff. Like I said, it's a bit of a cluttered mess right now. And there's stuff hanging out in front of it. Also, this Gridman is super duper pointy. Okay, let's see if I can pop this leg back in. Come on. I'm probably going to have to heat this up and be super sad about it. Oh, you know what? I think I'm missing a piece. Oh, no, I'm not. It's just the way it looks. Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. I was like, because I was thinking this, like, we're looking at the back. It kind of looked like that was missing. Hey, Atomic. Overall, day's not going too bad. Just feeling kind of rough. Oh, after the stream, I still gotta double check some stuff because I got some Etsy orders I gotta ship out tomorrow, and I gotta make sure I got all the parts. All right, well, sadly, I'm gonna have to heat up the leg to get it on, so already kind of a bit of a downer on this one at the moment. Holy crap, this thing does not want to pose easily. So it's going to be kind of hard to show, but looks kind of sweet. The amount of detailing on this thing is really nice, though. You have the giant-ass jetpack on it. I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to say what my favorite dinosaur is in it. We have movie's not out yet. From the trailer, I'm excited for like the Spinosaurus. But like I said, it's kind of hard to be like, woohoo, since the movie isn't out yet. The one thing I do like about this figure is that it comes with multicolor spectrum ray. Kind of looks like a sherbet pop. I did see the trailer. Have I watched it more than once? I think I watched them once in some snippets of things here and there. But Spinos looked cool. It's one of those movies I just want to kind of avoid trailers and whatnot until the movie actually comes out. It comes with a Figma stand, some extra hands. Random back piece. Like that's got the little energy thing, which I think is all for the Spectrum Ray. So pretty sweet. Kind of annoyed that I gotta pop the light back on, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm pumped for the fourth movie. I actually heard they were talking about not even really having that much human characters in the fourth movie, which would be interesting. I don't want to get too much into like the plot premise because it's a lot of it's like end of Sonic, end of Sonic. So and some people already talk about people in the chat wanting to go see it, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I like the third movie is sweet. So far for me, it seems like the Sonic movies get better with each iteration of them. Least favorite Ranger. I feel like it's a lot of people's, but the Blue Ranger from Turbo wasn't that into. I think the problem was growing up, like he was a kid, and it was just like, I don't know. Even as a kid, he was kind of grating, and he was like the most relatable one to me at the time. I just didn't really care for him. Yeah, we got the NECA Pacific Rim figures. I pretty much have all of them, other than like I don't have like every single version of the Gypsy Danger that they made. Yeah, I think is that when the Godzilla Kong movie's supposed to come out? I heard it was like 2027, somewhere around there. I know there is another one in production. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up this live stream here. And some people were asking about the Jurassic Park stuff, so we'll. Ow! What did I step on and why did it hurt? There's a piece of plastic here, and I don't know what it's to. We'll put it on the box for now. We'll figure it out later. Guys, can see my messy basement. Well, it's not like my office anymore. Also, I found from the other day. Hands on top of my TV that I play video games at. I still gotta figure out what to do with the rest of them. But kind of see when I go into the basement, like it's a hot mess here right now. Because it's just like boxes from streams. It's got to go to the garbage / recycle. There's the kitty. Video game stuff kind of got piled up, and my wife tossed some things on top of my cabinet. So we're working on it. Same with the Jurassic Park stuff here. Move that out of the way. Like I said, it's kind of a jumble mess right now. I know, like somebody's asking about the Chaos Series once, but there's the RV camper hanging out on the back. The compound. Some of the OG dinos. And then kind of, like I said, goes down all the way. Ow, that box thing fell on me. But some of them are hanging out down here. He's been doing better. I know the first day we brought Puppy home, wasn't super into it. But it's definitely growing on him. I'm trying to see, we have the T-Rex, but I don't know where the T-Rex went. Honestly, I think it's in the back. It's like I said, there's even a bunch of dinosaurs piled up here for things that's got to get organized. There's like the OG Spinosaurus hanging out back there. Original Demon Carnotaurus. Like I said, I have to move some stuff, but it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt. Like I said, one of these days we'll get around to organizing it a bit better down here. Because I kind of want to have it set up sort of like my office, where it's just like almost kind of like a little museum walking through is what I would like it to be. But I gotta get some more shelves and get things all set up for that. But, oh yeah, we got a ton of 98 Godzilla figures. I have like majority of the Godzillas. I don't really have too many of the human stuff, though. I used to have the helicopter. Whoop. Guys are just zipping around right now. Let's figure out which side of the stand here actually expands. I used to have the helicopter and stuff, but they're like all missing pieces. I don't even have it anymore. Same with like most of the humans I never really had, but most, like I said, individual Godzillas, I got pretty much most everything. Pacific Rim figures are all upstairs. Most of like the hard kaiju things are all hanging out in our living room, which is currently being terrorized by the child. I can hear her up the stairs. And it's kind of funny. I never really realized how big this cat was until you get a small puppy, and then realize that he is freaking gigantic in comparison. Because Shin and him were about the same weight. Shin's about 25 pounds. Servo here is probably slightly lighter than that, but he's so much more lanky, aren't you? Like you were actually bigger than, like you are longer than the Puggle was. But never really noticed it until we get the puppy, and it was just like, oh my god, it's huge. Yeah, we got pretty much all the big playmates, like all the unique playmates. I think I pretty much have most everything, outside of various color versions. Oh, you know what? We didn't get the new big ones, like the action ones, because there's like the Godzilla, like they made a Godzilla with heat breath. I think I don't have that one. I've seen it plenty of times, but since we had the RC one, I just didn't really feel like grabbing it, you know. But anyways, you can help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. You can subscribe and become a ranger today. Oh yeah, that Ling Jiu Striker Eureka. I'm honestly, I'm more excited to see how the leatherback's gonna be, because the NECA leatherback's like fine. It's definitely an outdated figure, so it'd be cool to have like something that's a little bit more up to snuff. Then it'd be having light up features too. I think is gonna be freaking sick. So I'm excited for that one because if he's sweet, they already showed that they're going to be making Slattern and Otachi. So and Knife Head. So like getting a light up action figure Knife Head is going to be awesome. That it doesn't fall apart and break on itself. And like I said, Slattern. Oh, it's like the Monster Arts Legion. Just take my money. Yeah, he pretty much is a little size. Yeah, he ain't afraid to show her either, because she tries to play with like they were kind of playing like they were chasing each other around, but then there will be a point where Servo was like, yeah, I don't want to play anymore, and he lets her know. He doesn't scratch though, thankfully. He just kind of smacks her, but he doesn't use the claws. He used to do that to Shin too, though. He'd run up to Shin, smack him on the butt, and run off. He liked to do his hit and runs. But no, it's kind of nice because we're trying to keep Ripley to not be in the bed as much as possible. Working at crate training her right now. And so Servo still gets to sit on the bed and be all Mr. Snugglebutts. As you can see here, this is how he kind of likes to sleep too. And we're gonna try to treat her more like a dog, not a lap dog. So we're gonna beads training, stuff like that, which we didn't really do as much with the pugs. I'm still surprised Shin would beg. Like we got Shin would sit, I can't even talk. Sit, shake, and beg. It's the first animal I've ever had that begged. You can give him to beg on command. That's all he did though. Waiting, it depended on the day. The giant Mega Godzilla, yeah, we got that. Actually, I have a couple. Because I bought some to repaint. And I think I still have one still in the package hanging out that I planned on repainting at some point. Just never really got around to it. Between commissions and issues and what have you. I was just behind on them all that quite a bit. But out of the stuff I've been more to do myself. Like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna hopefully finally get the other beams that I made recently up on the Etsy. So this is the Monster X beam. Got that. Got a Evolve Godzilla Beam. And what's the other one? Forget the other one. Final Wars. Final War Mega Godzilla is cool. I dig that one. The giant one I say is the best one. But the smaller ones kind of work with the other figures, so it's like pick your poison at that. I just think like if you like the Mecha Godzilla, it's a cool one to have. But anyways, if you guys like to pick up some collectibles for yourself, like the Ning Ji-hoon Pacific Rim figures, or if you guys like collecting high Godzilla figures, pretty much most of like the China import ones, you can check out Kaukus Toys in the description. You can save 6% off your order. Code Steve Kaukus at checkout. Cat, you are not helping. This fluff is getting everywhere. It's bad enough that my nose is bugging me now. I got all this going on. I'm swallowing your hair. You see this? He is not abused. Not abused at all. Again, you can save 6% off your order. Code Steve Kaukus to check out. They do free shipping stateside. And is there anything else? If you guys like pick up stateside stuff, there's also a link in the description for Entertainment Earth. If you guys like collecting, it's another place you can pick up the highest stuff. As long as you use the link, I don't care which, to be honest. Trying to think of what's hanging out here, like the NECA Night Before Christmas stuff that I showed off recently, Playmates figures, yeah, name it, NECA Scorched Alien. There's a link in the description for Entertainment Earth. They also do free shipping if you spend over, was it $99? You get free shipping. So like I got the Armor Core figures were from them. Got free shipping off those guys, which is nice. Something like Big Bad doesn't like. I like Big Bad if you have like buying multiple stuff like for pre-ordering because they got that pile of loot, which is pretty nice. But like especially like larger purchases, I usually just go with Entertainment Earth because free shipping is awesome. I'll be honest, if it's a $5 Hive figure, they're probably not sending you a Hive, especially if it's some like random third party something. That sounds like you're getting to knock off something for sure. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.